Okay. Welcome to the session for FCM2. So we are going to do this session only for this week on Friday online. The upcoming week, your session will be changed to Wednesday 2 to 6 p.m. both lecture and tutorial. I hope nobody face any clashes with other subjects. You can refer to the stream. I put the instruction in chat and stream just in case that your friend will be joining late. So I put it here. Okay, so you'll be introducing yourself later, yeah, not now. Okay, so if my feed is too small, you can look in your own screen, yeah, open the file in your own screen. Okay, so when I call your name later, we'll go alphabetically, yeah. You switch on your video and microphone to introduce yourself. Maybe each of you will take around 3 to 5 minutes. And just a casual introduction, not too formal. Our subject is actually for beta students. So if you are in Gamma, maybe you are taking this subject slightly late. I saw some of you put maybe fourth semester and above. Probably you are in Gamma. Any Gamma student here? You can declare yourself. Raise your hand. Gamma student? No Gamma student, eh? All beta. Okay, so anything during my lecture, if you have question, use the chat first, yeah? So I will reserve it. Camera later, during your introduction, not now. Okay, so if you refer to the document in Google Class, the first document that I will explain is the teaching plan. Our teaching plan supposed to be 14 weeks, but the last week is presentation. Yeah, so it might be presentation or it might be consultation. Okay, so the first week we have just a short session for introduction, and I will explain about the final project and case study. And then we have in the subsequent week, a few weeks focusing on mobile app. And then we have scripting. If my feed is too small, open this file in your own PC. Yeah? Okay, and then we have scripting, which cover HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. The HTML and script, maybe you cover it in other subject as well. If you are taking 3D, or also learn scripting in your 3D software. So if you have been doing scripting before, you'll see some similarity between the scripts that you have learned. If you take, let's say you are using Maya or 3D Max or Unity, the script is maybe not 100% the same, but the syntax and structure might be the same. Okay, the way you write the script, because you have to declare the variable, then you have to do some structure, whether it's logical or looping or uh, any kind of instruction, procedural instruction and objective oriented. Okay, but we will do it only on beginners level, because this is supposed to be a beta subject, not too deep. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of scripting on web especially. And then we have dynamic website. So a lot of the students have their own personal website. Maybe they did it in other subject or during high school. Most of you probably have tried Wix before. So Wix is beginner's level of creating website. For your level, we need to create what we call a dynamic website, which is easily done using wordpress.org. So probably you have used wordpress.com before, but for our subject, we'll be using wordpress.org, where you'll be installing WordPress in your PC. Okay, so we'll be using this one, wordpress.org. Okay, the other version is wordpress.com. That one is beginner's level, where if you are a blogger, probably you'll be using the other one, wordpress.com, which is easier because you don't need to install the server and uh, deals with the script. Okay, so here we are creating our own version of dynamic website where the website can accept input from user and process it, becoming maybe something more informative. Okay, next we have mobile user interface. We'll take a look at the best practices on designing user interface for mobile. This topic might be covered in another subject, mobile development. Okay, maybe you'll be taking that subject in the upcoming semester, and the lecturer is, sometimes it's me, sometimes there's another lecturer will be taking it, will be handling it. Okay, then we have testing of mobile apps. We have a lot of different kind of testing. We are testing the performance, we are testing the user interface, whether it's friendly or not. Okay. Also, this topic, mobile, anything related to mobile, some of you will take this in another subject, but maybe we'll learn it in depth. Okay, you'll have to maybe implement it. So here maybe we touch here and there, not too deep. Then we look at the trends in the internet and mobile app, week 11 and 12. But throughout the weekly lecture, maybe I'll show some of the uh, trends in the upcoming years. Okay, so you are talking about mobile app in week 2 and 3. Maybe we touch some of the trend in week 2 and 3 itself. Okay, so the final week before presentation is security. Okay, so security is important because nowadays there's a lot of scammers. They are targeting your money, so if you are not careful, you'll be easily tricked by scammers. You lose a lot if you don't, you are not careful in your, especially banking transactions. Okay. Any question on the weekly schedule? You can put it in chat first. Where's the mark? Next is the marking. Where's okay? Here, okay. The mark, we have three major components. First is quizzes. We have more than one quiz. Usually my quiz is open, anything that you want. You can refer to internet and find the answer. Okay, then usually it's online quiz. Maybe we have more than two, more than two quiz, more than two quizzes online. And then we have case study focusing on mobile, web, web development, and maybe social media. Okay, that will be 50%. Okay, there will be three categories of case studies. And then the final project is individual. We are going to combine all the weekly work into a video show reel. So you have to present all your work throughout the semester in single video. That will be 40%, total 100%. Okay, most of the work are individual except when I put the inside the instruction is a group work. If it's not mentioned whether group or individual, is individual. Right? My contact number here, WhatsApp, it's maybe I prefer email rather than WhatsApp. Okay, unless emergency, you can WhatsApp. But for general question, probably email is better. Okay, we have online classes on today is supposed to be face to face, but After looking at the yesterday attendance, some of the Friday session come to the yesterday session, and some of the students say clashes. So I use this online session to make sure that those who have clashes can see my recording properly. Yesterday I did the recording, but as usual, if we conduct a hybrid session, sometimes the lecturer is in front of the camera, sometimes the lecturer need to stand and move in the class, so it's not too clear. So we have a better recording session if I conduct it one of the sessions. So your session only for this one. If no other problem, we'll do the upcoming session face to face and hybrid. Okay, hopefully I can do that. Okay, so we have online class on the 4th week because of the convocation, and the final week of the year because of the multi-celebration Christmas and New Year, and the Chinese New Year. 3 times online classes are because of the long break, more than 1 day. Okay, next we are going to look at your final project, individual. This class is quite large, 110 students, only one lecturer. Usually if more than 100 students, there will be 2 lecturers. But this time we have only 1 lecturer for the time being. Okay, so if I'm late to give any feedback or replying to your email, I would like to say sorry because maybe I need to attend to some other classes. Okay, and other classes, there's another few other classes. So if I try to reply, give me a few days before you ask me why I didn't reply. Okay, if I don't reply in the same day, wait for 2 or 3 days. After 3 days, then you can send email again why I did not reply. Ask for confirmation whether I have read my email or not. Okay, so the individual final project is a video compilation of all your work, and you have to set in mind that this video is not for me only. This video is actually for you. You are going to promote your work. As a designer, you have to be proud of your work. You have to share your work in social media. You have to be proud, and you have to be ready to be criticized by the public. Some people don't like to be criticized, but actually sometimes it's good. It will improve your skills as a designer. So when you put your work somewhere online, people will either comment positively or negatively. Okay, try to um, improve yourself by looking into the comment and feedback given by your friends or anybody who commented in your social media. Okay, so your video compilation also useful. Let's say you want to get freelance job, or later when you have graduated, you can actually use this video reel to show what you have done previously. Some of the work may be not relevant to your majoring. Some of you are taking MA, ID, okay? But I see a lot of MCM students which are involved with, after they have graduated, they are doing something which is not really 100% related to their majoring. Maybe you are taking VR now, but later on you are not doing VR. Maybe you are doing interface design, but later on you are doing advertising when you work. Okay, so be ready to be a multi-skill, multi-platform designer. You are capable not only on your majoring, but you are capable in some other creative stuffs. Okay, so the topics that you'll be covering is quite general. Okay, so don't be surprised that you'll be installing a lot of software. Week 1, 1 software. Week 2, 2 software. Week 3, maybe 1 software again. Okay, so the software might be in your mobile, might be in your desktop, but we are going to create content for multi-platform, multi-apps, multi-software. Okay, So we are going to touch this app a bit only. Okay, we are not going too deep. We are going superficial. Okay, we create simple content, implement some design, and upload it. So our approach in this class is simple tasks that you can actually complete within a few hours. Okay, of course, in making it more creative in terms of content, maybe you take longer time. But to actually execute the technical, usually I give a simple task that you can actually finish within the tutorial time. So your tutorial time is 2 hours. Usually, student can finish it within 1 hour. Okay, except where your design need to be approved by the social media platform itself. Okay, for example, some of the exercise that need a longer time for approval is filters. When we create filters for Facebook or TikTok, or we submit the filter, it is not within few minutes. Sometimes it takes a few days before your filter are approved, or you see your result whether it is approved or rejected by, let's say, Facebook. Okay, so that's one of the problem. Okay, you can finish your design within a few minutes, but to get approved, published, maybe depends on the platform. How long does it take to approve your content? Okay, next, your video is, these are the proposed topic, but not final yet. Okay, usually we have more than 6 topics, subtopics, more than 6. Okay, because every week we are going to, our target is every week new software, new apps, because apps are easy to explore. Software are getting easy, apps are getting easy than before. Okay, it's not as complicated as 10 years ago, where you have to take a few weeks to actually learn software and get something done on it. Okay, so your video, this is how you should approach it. You have to label and make narration. Okay, these are the requirement of the final project. I have to mention it now so that you can prepare your material throughout the 14 weeks. So every week we have some easy exercise where you have to produce something using a certain apps or a certain platform. Okay, if I did not mention that you have to record, you have to take the initiative to actually record it. Okay, don't forget to record all your work. Okay, because you are going to combine at the end of the semester. Okay, other requirement, you have to present in the first 20 minutes. You have to appear in front of the camera with a proper script, no mistakes. It must be a planned script. Either you read the script or you practice the script in front of the camera. Your eyes should be focusing on the camera. Okay, within 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, you can switch off your camera and focus on the content and narration only. Okay, so you are going to use green screen. There's a lot of software that can remove your background, but most of the software are not good enough to remove the background properly. Okay, for example, if I'm using Google Meet, my camera here maybe have remove or replace the background, but when I move my hand, you can see that there are some black shading appearing on my back or around me. Okay, so it's not good because I'm using software based background removal without a proper plain background. Okay, so a proper way is you should find a plain background, either using green cloth, okay, to get a sharper background removal. We want a clear, sharper background removal. So you find proper lighting equipment. Okay, you have to discuss with your friend whether they can cooperate with you so you can record together. Okay, first your friend record you, then with the same setup you record your friend. Okay, so we do the setup together. We record one by one. Okay, You can actually use the set and background studio downstairs near the FCM entrance. There's a large studio with green wall, but the lighting is not good enough, so you have to bring your lighting. Or some students, they just buy green cloth and a few lights, one or two lights, or the selfie lights. That's good enough. Okay, so if you record yourself in a in a very beautiful background, let's say you go somewhere, you find a good background, okay, that's not good enough. Okay, we don't want to see nice background. We want to see you remove the background and replace it with a virtual background. So that's the idea. So don't go to anywhere interesting like you visit some tourist center and take or record your narration there. Even though it looks good, the activity is targeting that the student is capable on doing a proper background removal with the best technique, yeah, proper lighting and plain background. Okay, so next you have to plan your narration, write the script, practice, and then put the script by using your favorite video editor. Okay, some of you prefer online editor, some of you prefer uh, proper video editor like Adobe Premiere or After Effects. Okay. Next, some of you like background music. I prefer instrumental music without any singer. Okay, so don't put music with singer. We don't want to listen to the singer. We want to listen to you. Okay, some student just narrate for a few minutes, then the rest of the video is just music. Okay, that's not good approach. We want a video that explain the content. Okay, so from the first project until the last project, you have to explain a bit. Okay, this is what? This is a mobile app that produces filters using what? Augmented reality or any other technique. Okay, so you have to explain and plan your script. Don't present spontaneously. If you present spontaneously like me, okay, you'll do a lot of space filler like okay. Like me, I use a lot of word like okay, so those are my space filler. If you plan your script properly, like me, when you forgot your word, you can refer to the script. So some of the advisable technique is you should print the script or display it on your computer while your eyes are looking at the camera. At the same time, you can see the script somewhere near the camera. Okay, so we want you as the video producer to actually appear in the first 20 seconds. Talking about background music, you can use any copyrighted music, no problem, because you are going to upload the final video in Google Class. So no problem. If you upload to YouTube and you are using a copyrighted sound or music, your video will automatically trigger a warning. Okay, YouTube will automatically detect that maybe you have a copyright issue, copyrighted music or copyrighted background music. Okay, so the volume must be lowered during narration. If the no narration, normal level. Okay, that one you learn it in sound design, right? So now is the time to actually use the skills in other classes. You already taken sound design, then implement it here. If you haven't taken the sound design, use any skills that you have learned in my class to actually customize the sound level. What sound is that? My my handphone just now. Sorry, yeah. Okay, so next, cut unnecessary long scene like this type of unnecessary scene. Okay, long loading. Long loading means when you are running something from the internet, it is loading because of the internet is slow. Long typing, you are typing keying some form. So we don't want you to key We don't want to see you typing slowly in the recording. Just screen record the final version of your input. Cut off the mistakes. Any mistakes you have to edit, cut, join it together in video editor. Camera out of focus. If your activity involving recording using camera, then there will be problem like camera out of focus. But for your apps and your software, we are not going to record it using camera. We are using screen recorder. So if you are recording your apps, you go to Play Store and look for screen recorder. Yeah. For iOS, maybe you have your built-in screen recorder, but for older handphone, older, not older lah. If I say older, sounds too long. Okay, if you bought the previous version, Android 10 or Android below that, maybe you need a screen recorder. So in your phone, you need to install one of these to record your apps. Okay, so let's say you are done with your work, you have to compile your work for the end of the semester, you have to use this screen recorder. Avoid any screen recorder that produces watermark. Yeah, so we don't want to see watermark like after you have done the recording, I see Mobizen or any other logo appearing throughout the video. So we don't want watermark. We want only your own logo. If you have your own logo, that's better. Okay. Some of you are YouTuber where you have your own channel logo, so you can put your own logo or your designer trademark somewhere in the video. But we don't want to see this free software watermark in any part of your presentation. We want you to be able to actually produce a clean cut, your own version of video without any other external watermark. Yeah. Same goes with software recorder. Okay, so if you are recording for desktop, this one is recording for mobile. For desktop, I prefer that you use OBS. Okay, so if you haven't installed OBS before, please install OBS. It's a free software. Just to check whether I'm still online or not. Sometimes I'm disconnected, but I did not realize. Okay. You download OBS and try to install it. Download first. Later on, I will show you how to actually use the software. It is available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. It is open source, so some of the user interface is not as friendly as some other software, but it is a popular software for streamers, gamers who want to stream their gameplay. Use this one. If you are live streaming, this is one of the most popular software to actually compose the screen. Okay, you can overlay the screen, you can combine several video feed together easily, and most important, no watermark. So that's important. A free software that don't produce any watermark. Of course, as a YouTuber, you don't like any other brand appear on your channel. Okay, so OBS is the solution. Okay, so this one is useful to record your desktop when you want to submit your final video. For example, the activity is involving, for example, virtual reality content using desktop. Okay, some of the easy virtual reality application that I can think of is there's a website called Kunstmetrics. Okay, you can create a free gallery using their website. So yeah, let's say if I tell you that you have to create your gallery using this one, okay, you need to screen record it. Let's say one of your tasks is to do this virtual reality VR using online gallery. So this one is one of the easiest. Okay, so this one require, if you watch it on phone screen, it's too small. So maybe it require a larger screen so that the experience is more engaging. If you watch this in handphone, probably the animation is not as good as what you see in desktop. Okay, so if I ask you to record something from desktop, okay, the preferred software is OBS. If you don't like OBS, you have to choose other recorder that don't produce watermark. Okay, so after you have installed, the installation is quite easy. Just click next, okay until the end. You don't have to change any particular setting. The only setting that you have to play around is the output format, okay, which I will show later after you have installed. So please proceed, download this right now, and then install on your own until the end, because I already installed the software, so I can show you the steps to install. Okay, what else? Okay, these are the mark, 40%. The quality of all your recording, whether screen recording or mobile screen recording, must be 720p minimum HD. Okay, most handphone, if you record, it's already higher than 720 with your screen recording, unless the software is, the apps is some apps you have to pay before you can get the 720p. So choose a software, an app that can record your phone screen more than 720p or higher. Yeah. Okay. Some examples. If you click this, please watch this on your own screen. Click this and then watch. If you watch from my feed, probably there's no sound. But I will tell you some of my feedback. So first, at the beginning of the video, you don't have to mention my name. My name. You don't have to say, hello, Mr. Imran. Assalamualaikum, Mr. Imran. This is my, okay. You don't have to mention Mr. Imran name. You have to mention, you have to address the video. You have to greet the public. Okay, this video is for the public, not for me. So you can say, hi, everybody. Or you can use something like an informal language. Informal language for the younger generation is hi guys, okay, or any kind of greeting that you think suitable. So the language that you use in your video can be mixed or formal and informal, okay, as long as considered as polite, okay, polite language. Next, if you see the video, all are clean cut, no effect, what we call that noise effect or glitches. Okay, if you watch video in TikTok or any younger generation platform, they like to apply glitches, okay, noise effect, where the effect will make the content slightly blurred or slightly distorted. Okay, we don't want to see that. We want an informative video. Usually informative video, we try to make the content look as clear as possible. Okay, clear cut, no glitches, anything similar. I hope you know what is glitches. Okay, so there are glitch effect for sound, glitch effect for video as well. So I don't want you to implement this glitch, okay? This kind of effect, which is very common in TikTok. So no effect like this for your any of your submission. Okay. Okay, no, nothing like this, yeah. So don't send me glitches. It's annoying. for informative video. For some other team, maybe it's suitable, but for informative video where we want to showcase our content, okay, it's not suitable. Okay, clean cut, clear green screen effect, clear content, not too small. If I watch in full screen, I can see the content clearly. Do not scroll too fast up and down. Up and down too fast will cause, okay, this one is too fast. Slowly, okay. Do not move from page to page too fast, yeah. So you need to show the content as sharp as possible, so the audience, whoever watch your content, can actually see what's the design. Maybe this one is too fast and not that clear. Okay, you have to scroll slowly, or do not scroll, just page up, page down. Okay, so the content might be not related to you. Only some part of this video are related to this class, okay, because this is a sample from another class. So at the end of the video, you can make a conclusion. You can see some other example. One of the example that I think, okay, this one I think if you don't have a proper mic, this is what happened. You can only do action. When you record your action, you don't have a Bluetooth mic. One of the technique is you can hide your handphone somewhere in the pocket, so your voice are recorded clearly. Or you can have a mini mic hidden somewhere. Even visible is no problem, as long as your audio is properly captured. If you don't have a proper mic, you shoot from a distance like 1 meter or 2 meter, your voice is already not clear. Like me lah, I'm using a webcam mic, so my voice is not clear, and there will be sound of the fan, background noise. Okay, so a proper device might be required to use to record. Handphone recording might produce good looking video, but audio might be problem. More than 1 meter already, you can hear a lot of noise. Okay, so you need to find proper microphone or find another technique so that we can hear your voice clearly. Okay, so some of the activities here, we have augmented reality, desktop base, and online base. Okay, sometimes you have to capture, sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes I need you to show the handphone and the screen because the activity involves both. So this is where the case you need to make sure that your camera is not out of focus. Okay, this one, you have to ask somebody else to do the shooting for you. If you try to handle one handphone and another one recording the first handphone, you'll get this focus problem. Okay. This also an example from another class. So a lot of the good example is not from this subject. It's taken from another subject. Okay, let's look another introduction. Let's look what we have to do for this week. So we have 1 week starting from today until next Friday. The submission is next Friday. You are going to create your shop in Shopee, okay? So if you have your Shopee account, make sure you don't do any violation of the rules, because if you violate any of the rules, when you shop, usually you don't violate, but when you sell something, you might violate some of the regulation or specification in Shopee seller rules, okay? So you might want to have a look what are the rules. Read this link and the other one. Okay, do not sell these items, okay? The Shopee platform is currently free, so as a seller, you don't have to pay anything. For all the activities throughout the semester, I prefer that you use free apps, free version, free platform. You don't have to pay anything. If you pay for anything, it's entirely up to you. And actually, the free version sometimes is good enough, or sometimes might be better than the paid version. If you violate some of the Shopee regulation, your account might be banned. So I don't want to hear any of you get banned and you have a lot of credits in your Shopee account. You have a lot of coins, you have a lot of Shopee credit in your wallet, suddenly it is banned for a few days. So we don't want to get banned. You better read some of the rules here. Do not sell some of these items, animals, including your pets. Okay, so if you want to sell your pets, you sell it somewhere else. Here, it doesn't accept some of this. Go through the list quickly, so don't violate this item. So the easiest, maybe you stick with the safe product like clothing, souvenirs. Okay, safe. The items that you will be selling is entirely up to you. It can be something that belong to you, or if you don't have the item, it's also fine, because we are not going to actually sell the item. We just want to get our shop published. You set the quantity to be 0. You just put any items. You can use any pictures from the internet. Okay, but the important part is, as a designer, you try to make your shop looks good and presentable and attractive as well. Okay, so if this is the first time, I believe most of the students, this is the first time they created their Shopee shop. Okay, so you become a seller now, not a buyer. Most of the time we are buyer. Now we are going to change position. From buyer, we become a seller. I have made a few demo video, but this demo was created long time ago. So some of the interface maybe looks different from the current interface. Okay, so if you look at my screen, my old screen, this one is 1 year ago. So some of the menu position, some of the content, some of the tool might be looking different now. Okay, so your job is use any kind of templates, because Shopee provide, sorry, because if you watch my video through my feed now, maybe it's quite uh, blur. Okay, so you can use any of these two templates. Please, you have to use this. You don't have to type any script, because all are template based. So even though you don't have any design background, you can easily set up a nice looking shop, because we have even templates for banners. Okay, and these templates are updated quite frequently for the based on the Malaysian festive season. Okay, so if you are a foreign student, even though you have your own platform, this time around we use Shopee only. Okay, so if you don't like Shopee, we set it this time and we use Shopee, so standard. So you'll be using the same standard dashboard for seller. Usually this one will be updated frequently based on the festive season in Malaysia, and you can easily create a custom banner, a custom carousel within a few seconds. Okay, so your shop can have two versions easily, desktop version and app version. That's the advantage of platform like Shopee and Lazada. The seller can provide custom design for apps and desktop version easily. Minimum 3 products. So this one demo, I didn't show the a proper design site. But our target is, as a designer, you have to make it as interesting as possible. So you submit the app version. This is the desktop version on the left side. The app version is on the right side. So make the app version look as nice as possible. Use a screen recorder to navigate and show me how your shop look like in handphone. Okay, you have to show the front end. Front end is how the visitor will see your content. and you have to show me the back end. The back end is where you can edit your shop. Okay, so if you have Shopee, Shopee have a few app version, yeah. One is as a buyer, use the Shopee app, but as a seller, you have another app for seller called Shopee Partner. So if you already set up your shop, you can install Shopee Partner. Okay, this one enable you to actually access the dashboard for the seller. And if you are involved in delivery or you try to order food, maybe you're familiar with this one, Shopee Food. If I'm not mistaken, Lazada. In my other class, we also do Lazada. If you're taking e-marketing with me, we do both, Shopee and Lazada. Okay, so Lazada also provide another app for sellers. So if you are a buyer, you install this one. But if you are a seller, another app that you should install is this one. So we can manage our product and update and receive orders and replying to questions and so on. Okay, so this activity is useful so that you know that how the content are designed in Shopee and Lazada and similar platform, e-commerce platform. Okay, that's our target. 1 week, you set up your shop, sell anything you want, as long as it's not prohibited in Shopee. Okay, read the rules. We don't want to be banned, yeah? Okay, so any question, you can put it in the chat. So I have covered my part. So this is the submission. Minimum 3 product with a nice visual and information. You can use any YouTube video or product photo from the internet. Okay, mentioned here. Okay, this is a nice article on how to become a preferred seller. So in Shopee, you know that if you have a good track as a seller, you'll be labeled or your status will become a preferred seller, where a preferred seller will enjoy certain advantage like you'll get a free delivery service, or user can use their coins, Shopee coins, to pay for your service or product. Okay, so these are the regulation on how to become a preferred seller. So let's say you are interested to actually sell the item for real. The requirement is you have to register your banking information, submit your banking information to Shopee, then you can start sell for real. Okay, you can accept order, you can accept payment, and then you can start delivering your product. Some of the students yesterday say that they are running their business in Shopee. I believe there are 2 or 3, maybe family business, maybe their own business. Okay, that's great. We can learn something from them. Okay, so here are the conditions. You can read how to become a preferred Shopee seller. Where are the summary? Okay, these are the summary. It's quite difficult. So to become a preferred seller, this is the requirement. So it's not easy. You have to fulfill unique buyer. Unique buyer means they are different people, not the same people, not the same person ordered the product many times. It must be unique buyer, different user which order your product, at least 35 user. Then next requirement, net order. Okay, net order means exclude all the cancellation. Okay, net order is the clean order after you deduct all the cancellation or any other cases which involve returning the product. That's the net order, must be above 75. Okay, you have to respond to chat. Okay, those are the things if you are really want to become a preferred seller. This is just to enhance our knowledge. Okay, but your main activity is more on design, putting the product design, use all the templates, make it look nice. But the most important part is the experience of designing for the platform that sells something via apps and websites. Okay, marking. All right, I'm done explaining what you should do in 1 week. If you have question, you can put it in the chat. Okay, next activity is our introduction session. You can look at the chat list and look where are your names. If you look at the chat list, number 1 is Akif, number 2 is Chong, Daniel. Okay, we will follow the names in the chat list, yeah. So not many of us. So if one of you take around 3 to 5 minutes, not long. So I need you to do, you can present your screen, but the main thing is use your webcam, yeah. Let's say you want to share something from your screen, you can switch on your screen as well. About OBS, yeah, before I forget. OBS, the first time you install it, you have to set something, yeah. Setting, go to setting, make sure your output is MP4 because MP4 is the most popular platform. Sorry, the most popular format for any video editor. Okay, so export output, yeah, output MP4. And then hotkeys. Hotkeys are important to actually to avoid the need of to press button. If you need to press the start and stop recording button here, let's say you are recording using this start recording, stop recording. What happened is at the beginning of the video, whoever watch your video see that you are pressing the start recording button. So we don't want them to see that you press the start recording and at the end of the video, they will see that you are pressing the stop recording. That's not professional. So we use a shortcut key, or we call it hotkeys. Yeah. So under setting, you go to hotkeys. You define what are your start recording button. It can be combination of one keyboard button or more than one. Okay, let's say this one is not good. I use 2 keys. Let's say if you want to use 1 key, you can define, let's say S. S is start recording, or R. R is start recording. S is to stop, for example. S to stop. Pause is P. Unpause is U, for example. So take a keyboard button which is not used by any other software. If you use function key, most of the function key is already taken by some kind of shortcut. F1 may be help, so you don't use F1 because it's already taken. Use something which is not taken. Okay, once you are done, you click apply. Okay. So now if I want to record anything, the first step is I run OBS, then don't press record here. Don't use the record button here. You should use your hotkey. Minimize the OBS. Okay, once you minimize, okay, you show the application that you want to record. For example, if I want to record this notepad screen, what I'll do is after I minimize OBS, all I have to do is press the shortcut key, which is R. When you press R, you'll see that the OBS icon at the bottom of your taskbar have a red dot. Red dot means it's currently recording. Okay, so you run the show, whatever you want to show to the audience, and then end the recording with the hotkey to stop. In my case, it's stop S. So once I done, okay, the video will be recorded in a folder called video, usually. Okay, go to file, show recording. It will show you the folder that store the recording. Okay, that's the fastest way on how to record. Other than that, before you start recording, you can also resize your video. Resize. Okay, let's say you want to record 2 different items. First, you need to click plus at the bottom. Let's say you want to record the screen. I forgot to mention this. If you want to record your screen, first you click plus. If you want to record the whole screen, it's display capture. If you want to record a particular window, it will be window capture. Okay, it's here, yeah, somewhere at the bottom, click plus, window capture. So if you choose window capture, you can specify which window is it. Click OK, and then choose a window. For example, I can record my Chrome, or I can record some other window. Okay, Chrome. Okay, so it will display my Chrome. If I want to add my webcam, I click plus, and then webcam is video capture. Okay, click OK. Currently, my video is taken by Google Meet, so I think it won't be visible here. Okay, video capture fail. But if my Google Meet doesn't use the video, my video will appear anywhere here. I can see it, I can set it side by side. One is Google Meet, sorry, one is my window, one is my webcam. Okay, or you can add a media source. Okay, you can add a video here. Okay, you can arrange. And finally, if you have voice, click the audio input or audio output. Audio input is your mic. Audio output is if you are running any software with sound. If you're playing game, don't forget to capture the audio output. Okay, so that's about the sources. All right. Okay, let's start your introduction. Now it's 10 o'clock, so we'll end this session with introduction one by one. Okay, so please follow this, your name, your nickname, where you're born, where you're staying, favorite mobile game, desktop game, or if you don't have any, you can look at your favorite apps based on your statistic in digital well-being stats. If you're not sure what apps you are spending time on, and then your favorite design or creative related activities. Okay, anime, not anime, looks like range if I have S. Okay, can you begin from the first person until the last? I will stop my camera. Now you switch on your camera one by one, not everybody at the same time. One by one. Okay, please take over according to the chat list, yeah? Akif, Nenchong, and so on. Please go.
Hello, good morning, sir. I don't have a camera actually. I'm using a desktop. Is that all right?
Okay, you should use handphone.
Okay, then can I like present myself later?
Okay, Chong.
All right.
Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me?
Okay,
Uh, Hold on.
okay.
Okay. Can you guys see me and hear me?
Yes, clear.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Chong Jin Xiong, and okay, so I nickname maybe you can call me Chong or Jin, but I think mainly Chong lah. So where was I born? I was born and raised in Penang, and prior to